What is going on, guys? As I promised a few weeks ago, today we're going to talk about the Powerbeats Pros. So what is the difference between something like this, AirPods, and Galaxy Buds? And at the end of the video, I will show you some tips and tricks that I found out while using these. Before we get started, let's roll the intro. So now that we're back, let's talk about design. My first impression opening these up was, damn, that's a big case. Once I got this behemoth open, I was greeted by the sleekest, most premium buds I've seen in a very long time. They have a tactile volume control and a single button on each of the buds that is kind of easily pressed, so you don't have to press it very hard to activate it. Sometimes I'll press it by accident, but you get used to it. They have some connectors at the bottom for charging in the case, and of course a built-in with the traditional ear loop and different sized buds so it doesn't fall out. I'm looking at you, AirPods. The Powerbeats Pros have the same audio isolation of the previous generation, something that the AirPods do not have, and I think it gives a more immersion to the audio and also just overall feels better. The case itself, like I said, is pretty huge, but it has to be big enough to accommodate the larger bud and is solidly built. The buds do stick well inside of the case as they have a magnetic connection. The case is a single button and is charged via a lightning connector instead of the preferred connection of USB-C. Another big bonus of these Powerbeats is that they are IPX4 rated, which means they're sweat-proof but not submergible, which is a benefit over the non-water loving AirPods and the Galaxy Buds. These have the same H1 chip, which makes the connection very solid and easy for pairing, and of which I had no connection issues or loss of connection with either on the Apple or Android device. And they do have optical sensors just like the AirPods for autoplay and pause, which can be a good or bad thing depending who you are. The Powerbeats Pros do come in different colors. I picked up the black. They do come in a moss green, navy blue, and a ivory white, where the AirPods only come in the traditional Apple white, and the Galaxy Buds come in black and white. Now to get to my favorite part, the audio. I don't even know how to explain how good it is to have some bass back in my life. I think over the last year, we have been forgoing audio quality for portability, which is what makes something like the AirPods and the Galaxy Buds so nice. I think this is the biggest difference between this and other options. Audio quality being amazing on these, you are still losing a lot of portability, and I think that's what's meant to happen. These aren't meant to replace AirPods. These are meant to be purchased alongside AirPods, so they're definitely more geared towards the working out and other type of outdoor activities. Even with just one of them in, I can tell that the sound is brighter, there's a much more bass, and it's actually fairly clean for being the size that they are. They will definitely compete, if not exceed, good quality wired headphones. And having the isolated bud, I think makes a huge difference in audio quality and ambient noise in the background. I did many non-scientific tests with the microphone by calling my girlfriend over and bugging the crap out of her, and I'm extremely impressed by the quality of the microphone, even when busy environments. However, because they do not have the neck that the AirPods do, they do kind of pick up a lot of the background noise, and the microphone is definitely less isolated. The quality of the microphone has definitely improved with much cleaner voice and sounds. And to battery life, these things are monsters. They have tons of battery. Oh, battery life. These things have 9 hours of battery life. I get about 8 to 8.5 hours of use time depending on the volume, which is well over the 5 hours that the AirPod 2s are rated at. And the case adds an additional 24 hours just like the AirPods. I can easily go all day without even thinking about battery. The interesting thing about these is they're rated for 1.5 hours of use time in a 5-minute charge. And what's crazy is I actually got about that. I was able to get about an hour and 20 minutes on a 5 to 8 minute charge. These are most definitely geared towards those that are active either at the gym or sports. Due to the sweat resistance and the fact that you would not be carrying this case around with you while you're running or lifting, although these are great for anyone that loves audio quality and battery life, which is pretty much everybody. I think these fit in a good place in the market where there's no sound quality compromise while still giving the sense of portability and increased battery life. The sound quality and battery life come at a cost of a large case, no programmable buttons, and no wireless charging. Now the big question is, are they worth the $250 price tag? Seeing how we are comfortable paying $150 or more of most buds in the market that offer so much less, I would say hell yes, this is worth it. Just remember, these are not made to replace AirPods or Galaxy Buds. there to fit a certain niche of customer that needs portability while audio quality while working out and going to the gym. Now, I hope this video gave you some insight on these badass buds. And now do me a favor and tell me what you think of the larger case. In the comments below, tell me if this large case is a make it or break it for you. And please, as always, subscribe if you like what you saw. And if you like tech, hit that bell. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.